G'day everyone, I've built one of the coolest things I've ever made in Minecraft. A dinosaur train. Yes, a working dinosaur train that has dinosaurs as passengers. You're gonna want to stick around, this is a good one. G'day everyone, I've got a wrench. I've also got DNA, which means I've both the create and fossils and archaeology mod. And you know what the create mod has? These things. And these are train tracks. So with the mix of the create mod and the fossils and archaeology mod, I am going to make a dinosaur train. This is probably going to be one of the coolest videos I've ever done. And yes, the train will be able to move. But I can't just build a train. Obviously, before you have a train, you've got to have a train track. So before I build the train, I've got to figure out where I want the train track to go. And I've chosen this valley area because it has a little flat area here. And I was thinking I would build some nice bridges going across this valley and then onto this sort of plateau area, then over this valley, and then it could go sort of around or through this mountain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start planning where I want these bridges to go, because these are probably going to be the most important part of this railway. So I think first things first, I'm going to get rid of some of these trees. There we go, just cleared that bit of forest. Now I'm going to start working on this bridge, and this is just going to be a straight bridge going right across. It's going to be pretty flat as well, and I want to have big arches going underneath the bridge. Okay, this is starting to be a cool shape for these arches. I want something sort of very early 1900s looking. Okay, I've been messing around with the design of this, and I'm really liking this. I'm going to finish up the final touches, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this design. I'm going to copy and paste it along the whole bridge now. There we go, I've pasted it all along. I think this bridge looks so cool now. That's only one bridge done, connecting that plateau to this plateau, but now I've got to connect it to that one. So I'm going to get rid of a bunch of trees again, and then I'm going to probably just copy and paste it over there. Okay, sick as, I've cleared the forest. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the bridge all the way to that mountain. Now, because that mountain is a bit higher than this one, I'm going to have to go up like one every block, something like that. So I'm going to have to figure out a design. But once it goes up a block, I should just be able to do this. Yeah, it should all connect still. Okay, that looks so cool. Even though it's on a slope, it still looks really cool. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to make it go to the village, or am I going to make it go through the mountain? I don't know. The mountain sort of opens up at the back, so I think it would be cool to have it go through the mountain, like an underground tunnel, then wrap around, and then go over another bridge over here, and then have it do a loop. Like, you know those train model sets you get as a kid? One of those loop tracks. And it can go around here, and then it can loop back around over the valley here, and then connect back to the track right here. So I think I'm going to get to work on that now. Okay, so I kept the gradual slope going up, but then I had it going up at a bit more of a slope, and now it reaches this area here. So now I'm going to wrap it around this mountain and have it get to that mountain. This is just an update. I've had to place down some rails to figure out a curve, and it's kind of strange, but it worked. Now I've got to figure out if I want it to go down to the terrain and then back up over this bit of terrain, and then sort of wrap around the terrain over here, or I should just have it all elevated. I think probably elevated would be the easiest option, so I'll probably do that. Okay, after quite a while, I've managed to get the train track to go all the way around there, go through that mountain, wrap around, and get to here. But now, we've got another mountain, and this mountain is also quite steep, so I'm thinking I'll just go right through, and then I'm going to have to connect it up to there. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm going to make it go through the mountain. I'm going to make it turn right here, and I'm going to try and make it go all the way along here, and then connect up to here, rather than going through the mountain again. I think it's good to only have one part of the train track go through the mountain, and have a more scenic view on this area. Okay, after like 2 hours of working on this, I have a full track. Now what I've got to do is I've just got to add the railways, and the way I do that is I just click that and I drag it along, and oh, that's a bit far, and then I place it there, and then I just continue doing that for the whole track. I made it a bit more of a scenic route, and I haven't fully finished it because I need to place a bunch of spruce planks along there, but as soon as it gets to here, I added another bridge, and the bridge connects to this part, which connects to this part, and yeah, it's a full track. I'm really happy with it, and I'm so excited to finally start working on the train, because there's no train yet, and that's the point of the video. So I'm gonna get this whole track in now. And bam! That's the whole train track connected. Isn't that great? Finally, I can start working on the train. Okay, I have something to admit. it's been like 2 years since I've made a train and create, but I think the blocks I'll need is a train station. I think I just need to place it nearby. Oh wait, place it there, then place that nearby. Okay, now I think how does this work? Oh, I think I have to create that and then I have to click there. There we go. And look at that. I think now I can just place these along here and this can all be the train. And these are all the wheels for the train and I can just have it as long as I want. And I do want it really long so I can fit as many mini dinosaur enclosures on top of this. Okay. I think that might be the length of the train that I wanted. It's quite long. It's been so long since I've made a train and create, so I could be doing this all completely wrong. So I think this is where the steam engine sort of part of the train is going to go, and then the carriages holding all the dinosaurs are going to be going along here. Okay, right now I'm trying to mess around with some designs for the steam train. And I've used this calamites wood from the Fossils and Archaeology because it's nice and green and I wanted a green train. I've also used crushing wheels to give it a circular look at this part here. And these parts are effectively where like the smoke will come out the chimney, but I don't think there's any way I could have smoke come out. So you're just gonna have to imagine it. Now I'm gonna work on the conductor area, which is gonna be this part right here. And I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm just gonna mess around with some designs and get back to you. Okay, it's been a bit of time, but I'm pretty happy with this design. I've never built a train before, so if I had some extra time and extra practice building better trains, I probably could have done this better, but I'm pretty happy with this design. It's got a coal cart here where you can like shovel out the coal and throw it into the engine, which I haven't like added a way to do that, but you're just gonna have to imagine there is a way to do that. But I've got the controls here, but I don't know how to turn it on. I don't know. What do I do? I think what I've got to do is I've got to connect the whole train together. So I'm gonna grab this glue and I'm gonna try and connect everything. Okay, I've got no clue if that's how it works, so I'm just gonna quickly research because I don't want to turn this thing on and then it to all detach. Okay, I just researched and these things here are called bogies, and apparently each carriage can only have one bogie, so I'm gonna have to get rid of one of the bogies, like that. It doesn't take away from the look. I think that's good. So I'm hoping that's all I have to do. I think now just assemble train. Oh, did I do it? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, if I go in. Oh my gosh, it's moving. Wait. Oh! Okay, parts of the train is not connected. Okay, I've messed this up. And I don't know what to do. Okay guys, it's been like an hour. This train has been so annoying. I'm not a technical minded person at all, so I ran into many issues, but I managed to figure it out. And now we've got a working train. I'll even show you it working. So if I go in here, oh wait, I've got to assemble the train first. So if I go here, assemble train, it should be assembled now. Now if I go in here, right click that, I'm now in control of it. So I can now go forward and it goes up perfectly. And if I want to go backwards, it goes backwards perfectly. And it works exactly how I wanted to. And if I want to approach the station, I just hold space and then it will arrive at the station. I can dismount and I can disassemble the train again. This is great. Now, I can finally start working on the dinosaur enclosures, which is what this whole video is about. Now, I'm not entirely sure how many enclosures I'm going to be able to fit on this train. I'm just going to try and do as many as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this bogie here and I'm going to place another bogie here, and this is probably going to be the length of the first enclosure. Now, I've got to decide what dinosaur I want to do this for. I feel like I should do a different type of creature for each cart. So I can have one cart that has a woolly mammoth and then another cart that has a Tyrannosaurus. I don't think it'll be possible to have a water creature on the train. I don't think I'll be able to have like a tank enclosure, but I really wish I could. So I've got a carnivore dinosaur, so I should probably get a herbivore dinosaur, and I think a cool herbivore would probably be a Rhinosaurus. I think it'll be cool to have a carriage for a dodo, and also I would like to see if I can do an Avery carriage for the Dimorphodon. I think I'm going to start with a banger and do the Tyrannosaurus, and I'm going to put it in this enclosure here. Obviously, it's a train, so it's not going to be a big enclosure, but it should be big enough to fit the T-Rex. I've just had a cool idea, and I think it would be cool to have just a mini Jurassic Park gate, something like this. Like, it doesn't really resemble, but I think it's a cool idea for the T-Rex enclosure. I don't want the T-Rex to fall out, so I need to make sure it has some secure walls to keep it in. Okay, for the walls that keeps the T-Rex from falling out, I'm doing these copycat panels, and with the panels you can change the texture of them with any block. So if I wanted them to be spruce, I just click them with a spruce block, but I don't want them to be spruce. I want them to be the same texture as these andesite bars. And I actually like the texture of the copycat panels for this part, so I'm going to keep them and not change the texture. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just need to do the decoration of inside this enclosure, and yeah, it feels really small, but it's literally just the limitations I have with a train. Obviously, if I was doing an actual T-Rex enclosure, I would make it a lot bigger. But I think I'll do some nice little bushes. Not too much because I want them to have room. Yeah, just some bushes on both sides of the enclosure, and then I can just add some ferns in, add some pressure plates and buttons as rocks, and that should be it. I'm pretty happy with that T-Rex enclosure. I've got to remember to glue it up so it doesn't all detach. Okay, from the looks of this glue, it's all attached, hopefully. So before I put the T-Rex in, I'm just gonna assemble the train and hope that it all sticks together. Okay, there we go, it's assembled. Did anything break? Oh, okay, so we can't have plants in here. I'm gonna have to figure out something. Okay, so I've replaced those plants with pickles. I'm gonna hope that they don't break when I assemble. Okay, there we go, assembled. Pickles still there? Yes. Okay, I think pickles are the best plant I can use for this. Actually, are these leaves attached? I think the leaves are also attached. Okay, let's drive the train to see if it stays on. Oh, okay, it looks like it's on. I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna go up a little bit, and I'm gonna slow down the train. I'm gonna dismount, and I'm gonna check. Yes, it's all still here. That's so sick. Okay, now I gotta work on the next cuts. Let me get it back to the station. Okay, to make sure the T-Rex doesn't fall out of the train when it's moving, I've placed it and made it sit on the chair, so it's not gonna move, which is good. Aside from the little bit of clipping, it does fit in the enclosure, which is exactly what I want. It's not too big, and it's got just enough space for it to not be too small either. Next, I think I'm gonna work on the dodo carriage, and it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be right behind the T-Rex carriage. I think for this enclosure, I think it would be cool to have like a real life passenger carriage for the dodos. I think that would be pretty funny. I want there to be a little step up right here. Okay, back here will be the entrance for the dodos to walk in. And then they can go select a seat, and I'll have seats dotted along here. Alright, I've been really bad at updating you on my building process, but I just built this carriage and I think that I really don't like it. So I'm gonna reset it and build something else. And I can get rid of it with just one big slash cut, just like that. Oh, it didn't destroy these parts. Okay, I've been messing around with this a little bit more. And I've got these brass bars in as windows. I think that looks quite sick. And I'm going to do the roof with this scorchia. I don't even know what this block is, I'm going to be honest. I decided to add glass up on the roof there because it adds a bit more light on the inside, which I think is nice. I'm going to put some signs here to take away from the flat texture of the sign concrete. Okay, I'm actually quite happy with this design. I used copycat panels and iron bars for this little effect here. And you can still, the dodos can still enter from here. And when they come in here, they'll all have these nice little chairs to sit on. And it should be pretty comfy for them. And I don't know if they'll be able to sit in the chair. So I'm going to spawn one in. I'm going to try and push it onto the chair. Yeah, he sits. Okay, I'm going to have a dodo for every chair. Come on, sit. Okay, he's sitting. Okay, I just need to push a dodo into every chair. Okay, there we go. We've got a dodo in each little chair. This is the dodo cart. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to glue everything together so they all stay. Okay, everything should all be glued in now. Let's test out the dodo carriage. So first thing I need to do is assemble. Okay, is it all good? Yeah, I think it's all good. Okay, let's drive the train. Yes. Okay, wait. Let's get out while it's still moving a bit. Are all the dodos still in? Yes, they are. Oh my gosh, this train is perfect. The dodo cart is complete. So this next cart is going to be the mammoth one. And I'm thinking I would make it just a little bit smaller than the dodo one and the T-Rex, since the mammoth isn't as big as the T-Rex and there's only going to be one mammoth in the cart. It's going to be like the T-Rex one, but I'll have a roof on it so the mammoth has some shade. So for this one, it might have a bit of snow in it because it's a mammoth and they sort of lived in the Ice Age era. Okay, for the floor, got a bit of dirt, got a bit of calcite, and got a bit of snow. Okay, just built this carriage and it looks stupid, so I'm gonna rebuild it. Honestly, I'm not too fussy about this design. I think it's pretty good actually. I'm gonna get some spruce leaves in here. And then I'm going to get a white seat. And then I'm going to spawn the mammoth in and try and get him to sit on the seat. Is he sitting? No, he's not. Okay, got in the seat. That's good. I forgot how big its tusks were, but it does fit in the enclosure, which is good. I also didn't think it would be like as big as the T-Rex, and it's like the same size. So now I was going to have a roof on this enclosure, but it just didn't look right. But I think this is a cool enclosure anyway. So I'm going to glue everything up and then I'm going to test. Okay, everything should be glued. All right, now I'm going to test to see if the mammoth stays in when I turn on the train. Oh, I forgot to turn it on again. There we go. Assemble. You all good? Yeah, you look good. Let's drive. Yeah, it looks like the mammoth is moving along with me. That's so good. Yeah, everything is good. Okay, next enclosure. Next one I'm gonna do will be the Dimorphodon. This one should be pretty easy. All I have to do is just build a bird aviary. And I'm going to do a cyan colored one again with a bit of dark prismarine mixed in. And they're just going to have a moss floor with a bit of green wool to give it a bit of a different texture. This is probably going to be the simplest cart I make, I'm going to be honest. For the walls, I've done these Viridian walls and I'm going to use these ornate window panes so they can see out. On the inside, I'm going to have their seats on some little perches and also some on the floor, just like this. Because obviously they're Dimorphodons and they like flying around. And I'll add a little bit of foliage with some leaves and also some sea pickles. There we go, that should be pretty good. Now I'm going to spawn in the Dimorphodons. Oh my gosh, I've actually never spawned in the Dimorphodons, so this is the first time seeing them and they look really pretty. And there we go, they're all sitting on their perches. And I can't forget to glue the whole enclosure together. And bam, that's the Dimorphodon enclosure. I'm just going to move straight on to the last enclosure and then the train will be done. Okay, this enclosure will house the Rhinosaurus. And I'm thinking I'll give it a pretty long cart because I want to see if I can have 2 or maybe 3 in this enclosure. I'm thinking I'm going to make this enclosure pretty similar to the T-Rex one, but I'll probably use some different colors. So a theme I've kept for the carts is I'm doing a cyan one every second one after the green cart. So it goes green, cyan, and this one is also green. And I've done iron bars just like the T-Rex one over there. And for the floor, I'm going to do a mix of gravel, coarse dirt, and grass. Just like that. I really wish we could place some plants in here. It's honestly so sad I can't. But something I'm thinking I can place is probably bamboo. So I'm going to have some bamboo dotted around. I'm going to grow it just a tiny bit. Then I'm going to put string on top of it. And I'm going to hope the string connects to the glue when I glue everything together eventually. Okay, that should be the last cart done. Well, it's not done. I want to add some extra little details on real quick. Okay, I added those extra little details with the signs. Now I'm going to grab a seat and a Rhinosaurus. And I'm going to see how big it is. I'm going to place this one here. Oh, that's a Pachycephalosaurus. Oops. You know what? Maybe I can have a Pachycephalosaurus and a Rhinosaurus in this cart. You can stay. I'm going to have 2 sitting at the front there. And I'll put the Rhinosaurus here. Yes. Okay. I think he's sitting. And he's so beautiful. I love the texture. Yeah, I definitely think there's room for one more. So I'm going to... Oh, you're not sitting. Hold on, I need to get you sitting first. Okay, now you're sitting. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's room for one more. So I'm going to plop it right here. And hopefully he sits down. Come on. Come on, behave. Okay, there we go. Now you behaved. Okay, cool. The dinosaur train is now complete. After I glue everything together, of course. Okay, now I'm going to assemble the cart and I'm going to really hope that the bamboo doesn't pop off. And here we go. Please stay all together. Oh my gosh. One of the Dimorphodons escaped. Actually, I think I accidentally spawned a Dimorphodon outside of the train. So that's why he's flying around. But I'm going to let him fly. He's cool. But yes, the bamboo has stayed, but the string hasn't. The string didn't connect when I assembled the cart. But I think since the train is now assembled, the bamboo won't grow anyway. So I think the string not being connected is fine. I realized that this train needs a conductor and it's not going to be me because I want to watch the train drive around itself and I also want to be a passenger. I also grown to not like this design, so I just want to make some quick changes to the controller part of the train. I think already that looks so much better. I'm just going to plunk a seat right here, and as a reference to Dinosaur Train, the show, I'm going to have a Gallimimus as the conductor. Okay, please sit on the seat. Okay, for some reason, he isn't sitting on it. Oops, did not mean to hit you. I think it's because the roof is in the way. Oh wait, you are sitting on it. Oh my gosh, I just destroyed this whole roof. Oh, now I can't place it back. Okay, this is annoying, but I think to get the roof back on, I need to place the blocks one block above and then get pistons to push them all down. Okay, there we go. They're all squashed. And the galley is the conductor. He doesn't quite fit in, but his name is going to be Gadget. I'd say you're pretty cool if you get the reference for why I named it Gadget. But now I can officially say the train is complete and I am going to assemble it and I'm going to quickly try and figure out how to make it drive itself. Okay, so I believe I've got it figured out. So what I needed to do is I need to create a schedule, and the schedule is just to go to track station, then it will go back to track station. And this is track station right here. And I believe if I give it to Gadget, oh, he needs to sit in front of the controls block. Okay, hold on. Okay, so apparently this has to be placed right here. Okay, now if I give it to Gadget, Gadget now has the schedule. And I think that's how it works. It's not moving. Maybe I did it wrong. Okay, I set up another station over here. So now it should travel all the way to there. Hopefully this works because it's not working on the current schedule. Bam. Oh wait, I have to remove the current schedule. There we go. Okay, now you should use this schedule. There we go. Oh, and we're moving. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. Wait, hold on. They're going through the tunnel. Oh, this is so good. I'm gonna meet them over here. Okay, any second. There we go. It's coming around the hill. And all the dinosaurs are still on. And Gadget is a beautiful conductor. Oh, this is great. I can't believe I actually managed to do this in this video. I didn't even know if it would be possible. Oh, this is amazing. I've made a dinosaur train in Minecraft. I just realized there's no seats for humans to sit on. It's a purely dinosaur train. Here's the other station. So it's just stopped off. And it should move again any second. There we go. And now it's gonna go to this station and it's just gonna loop around the map. Wow, I can't believe I've done this. This is so cool. And look at the dinosaurs go. If you want another video where I make a ton more carts to this train and just have like tons of dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures in one train, let me know. This is one of the coolest videos I think I've ever made. And I don't know, this sort of feels like a childhood dream come true because I used to watch Dinosaur Train when I was a kid. I'm gonna hop on with Gadget here. I'm gonna shovel the coal and stuff. I'm gonna shovel the coal hole of the train. Oh gosh, I've fallen off. And look, they all have enough headroom in this cave. I should have lit it up and decorate this cave a bit more. Yeah, so what do you think of this video? What would have you done differently? What dinosaurs would you put in a train? Is a TRex ethical to be in a train? And something I also want to know is your ideas for more videos like this, because I love making these types of videos. I love making survival videos, but it's so fun to do random experimental stuff sometimes. I'm going to put my beautiful channel members on the screen right now. Thank you guys for supporting me so much. It really means the world. Also, I have a community Discord for everyone to join, so I'll leave that in the description as well. I also quickly want to say thank you for 8k subscribers. I just hit it like last night. And I think I want to set a subscriber goal. I want to see if we can get to 10k subscribers by July, because July is my birthday and it would be amazing to be at 10k subscribers before my birthday. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.